Joe Hopkins here, and guess what, man? I did an unboxing on this guitar, and I promised a full review. The SBS MS260, and I've been messing around with it, and yeah, man, this is definitely a worthwhile axe. It lists for $380. With shipping and all that, I paid $404, right? So like 400 bucks, right? And it's pretty good. It sells through Guitar Fetish. There'll be a link in the description below to the SBS Guitars section of Guitar Fetish. Look through there, see what you like, man. This ain't the only one they got, right? But this is the one that I got. I think a lot of them have Alnico 5 humbuckers. I wanted the 2s. Because I've got a bunch of guitars with Alnico 5 humbuckers in it. I wanted Alnico 2 humbuckers, something a little bit different. So that's what I got. And the 260 has Alnico 2s. Pretty simple layout, right? 3-way switch, one volume, one tone. Really, really well set up, right? First of all, it's an Alder guitar with the Alder body, I think, with the relicking and flame maple neck, and it seems to be legit flame maple neck. It's nice. Flame maple fretboard too. Really cool looking. Reverse headstock, the whole deal. Really, really good looking guitar. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the whole relicking thing, but you know, it was done all right. I mean, it's not like a super great relicking job. It's pretty much they just put a purple finish off and then, or on there, and then sanded it off in a couple spots, right? The spots that would be most used. Really, really good relicking jobs. The finish also looks old, and it doesn't on this. But at this price point, I mean, what do you expect, right? I'm not expecting a ton, but the guitar itself is the main thing I'm worried about. How does it sound? How does it play? And with all that, really, really well. It sounds great. It plays great. The setup on this thing right out of the box is excellent. The string height is great. All the frets are real level. You know, you don't feel frets when you run your fingers up and down it. You don't feel it. It's not snagging my fingers. Nothing like that. It, yeah, plays absolutely spectacularly. The intonation was, I mean, pretty much spot on for me. So obviously they did a really good setup on it, right? Now, I know intonation is kind of a tricky thing, man, because musical instruments, nothing's perfect. So the intonation's right for me. If you get yours, even if it's set up just like mine, it might not be quite right for you because, hell, you push the string down harder and it changes the intonation a little bit. But for what I do, it's perfect, right? The only problem I had with it, it does have a genuine Floyd Rose tremolo on it. It's one of the lower end Floyd Roses, but it's a Floyd Rose. It does its job. It does its job as well as any floating tremolo you could want, right? Works great, which means it's a big fat pain in the ass. Because there's nothing wrong with it. It's a floating tremolo. When I got it, it was cocked just a little bit back, which they might have had it set up fine when it left Guitar Fetish, but traveling in a box from Pensacola to West Virginia, changes in humidity, getting bumped around a little bit, that kind of stuff, can knock these out. So I had to make a small adjustment just to get it right, which is a pain in the ass. These things are a pain in the ass to adjust. They're a pain in the ass to tune. They're a pain in the ass in every possible way until you go to use it, and then floating tremolos do amazing things that you can't do without them. So they're worth the pain in the ass if you want a guitar that does all the dive bombs and fancy crap. You're stuck with it, right? And it's nothing against this guitar or Guitar Fetish. I don't care where you buy it from. I don't care if you get the highest end floating tremolo on the face of the earth. It's going to be at least somewhat of a pain in the ass. That's your best case scenario. And this is about as good as it gets. Anybody that's used a Floyd Rose knows what I mean. You know what I mean. They're a pain in the butt to tune. They're a pain in the butt to adjust. They're a pain in the butt to restring. They're just a pain in the butt. But I like it. I like them. I like them when you get them set up, when you get everything tuned and it's all good. It's good. It's great. Nothing like it. It's worth the work, I would say, if you're into that kind of thing. If you're not, don't bother with it. Get just fixed bridge. It's way easier. So anyway, moving on here, all of it works really, really well, right? The floating tremolo, the Floyd Rose works really well, does everything it's supposed to do, plays great, feels great. This is the first guitar I've got where the electric guitar anyway, where the truss rod adjustment is down here at the bottom of the bridge instead of up here, which is interesting, but it makes it so that with the headstock, normally the headstock's cocked back a little bit. This is just straight on through, and along with this string tree here, it really helps with tuning stability, which is good because the Floyd Rose then throws that tuning stability right back off again. So it helps. Every little bit helps. Like I said, when you got a floating tremolo, every little bit of everything else helps. The locking nut at the end works great. And usually once you get it tuned up, you get the strings stretched in, everything's good. These things stay in tune pretty well once you get them in tune. But this being a new guitar, if it falls out of tune while I'm playing it, that is kind of to be expected with new strings until you get, everything kind of broke in on these. Once again, floating tremolo is what it is. So it might go out of tune on me a little bit. It's been doing that less now. It's been getting less. I've been playing it for like 2 or 3 days now. Every day it's a little bit better. And eventually it'll, once you get it tuned and locked, it should stay in tune. And, if you don't know what I'm talking about, get something with a Floyd Rose or any floating tremolo, and you'll find out. So, hey, we're going to start with, let me turn on, I got just a direct input, just so you can hear just how it sounds. Sounds like it's pretty close to still in tune. Let's put it on the bridge pickup. There we go. And we got both pickups. Sounds nice. And the bridge. Sounds like it. Once again, it's staying in tune better than it was, right? Got to break them in a little bit. But let's move on here. We don't just want that. We want some real amp sounds. So clean amp. It's set up. There we go. We'll start with that bridge pickup or neck pickup again. And both pickups. But everybody likes that bridge pickup, right? On a nice clean amp, I really do, for rhythm, kind of like the both pickups together. Has a really pleasant sound on a good clean amp setting. But the bridge, you get a little bit of lead. Little butterfingers. Let me try again. I like it. Let's check it out. Yeah, that's good stuff, but we need what we need, a little bit of crunch. Something like that, right? All right, just a little bit of screwing around. Got some crunch. Let's check out that neck pickup, right? Yeah, that's the thing that the Floyd Rose does. That, like, yeah, dive bombs and that kind of stuff. But I tell you what, I'm going to put it on that bridge pickup. And I picked some kind of random setting. What do I got there? There, you got to turn up so I can hear it. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff right there, man. I like it, but let me see. I think I got something that's like really... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? All right. Yeah, let me, there we go. That's just a little bit of shredding on this thing. As much as I can shred. I'm not a super shred guitarist. I like that blues and rock stuff. I love shred guitar. I wish I was better at like all the tapping and fancy crap and all that kind of stuff. But in general, You can hear it stayed pretty well in tune this time. Yeah, the strings are getting nice and stretched in. It comes with instructions, by the way, of how to adjust your Floyd Rose, all that kind of stuff. It says to make sure to stretch the strings in, gives you, like, tells you tune it, stretch the strings, tune it, lock it, tune it with the fine tuners, and then adjust the whole thing, and it tells you what to do, right? Or you can look up a video on YouTube. A lot of people have tutorials on how to deal with these things. If yours, not just if you get this guitar, if you have any guitar with a Floyd Rose tremolo, it's good to inform yourself a little bit about how to fiddle with it. You know, for instance, a lot of people, when they first get them, and when I first got a Floyd Rose when I was a teenager, it wasn't a Floyd Rose. It was a floating tremolo, though. You got to know which screw holds that string in, because this here at the bottom, that's not an intonation adjustment. I learned that the hard way when I was 17. Went to adjust the intonation and the string pops out. Yeah. So make sure you look up what to do with these, and there's a lot of screws. Make sure you know what does what before you fiddle with it. Other than that, once again, the Floyd Rose is an excellent bridge. It's just pain in the butt. Even the lower priced ones like these, the basic models, are still pretty good. I love the way the pickups sound. Now, since it's sold through Guitar Fetish, and these are quick plug pickups, I'm assuming GFS makes the pickups, which is good. GFS pickups are excellent, right? This would be the third guitar I've bought from Guitar Fetish. I own 2 Xaviers, and they're also absolutely excellent guitars. So I expect something good from them. Steve Brown, he did the right thing when he went through Guitar Fetish for his guitar line, right? They sell 2 signature guitar lines, Steve Brown Sound and Slick guitars. Slick's been there for a while. Also aged relic kind of look. I was going to buy a Slick guitar, but then they came out with these. I'm like, no, I'm going to try this out. Definitely an excellent axe. I'd say this could be a very good beginner guitar, especially at this price, if the beginner's willing to learn how to use a Floyd Rose. It's also an excellent guitar for an advanced player or even a professional, in my opinion. And, you know, that's saying something. It's well built, sounds good, good solid guitar, and it does have the really nice options like flame maple neck, Floyd Rose tremolo, Alnico pickups. And I like the Alnico 2s. They have a different sound than Alnico 5s. Now, they do sell some SBS guitars with Alnico 5s. You can look in their descriptions to see which is which. This has the 2s. And like I said before, man, I got like plenty of guitars with 5s in them. A lot of places sell guitars with Alnico 5s. I wanted something with 2s. I was thinking of swapping out the pickups in one of my other guitars, but I bought this instead because why not? The reverse headstock is kind of cool. You just have to make sure to remember when you're tuning it up, pay attention to which tuner you're using, because it's easy to lose track on a reverse headstock. It really is. You wouldn't think, but you get so used to doing it one way and then go to do it another way, and muscle memory, except you're doing it wrong now. Anyway, that's pretty much my thoughts on it. I did check all the frets, and they're all pretty close to level. It just is a well set up, well built, good sounding guitar for like $400 with shipping. You know, it's excellent. Anybody thinking of ordering one, I will mention they don't send it to a P.O. box. You got to give them your home address. I made that mistake and gave them my P.O. box, and Guitar Fetish sent me an email and said, we can't send it there. So I sent them an email back with my home address, and they sent it right out. Not even remotely a problem. They have good customer service. They really do. And it really didn't take very long to get to me. Like once I got the notice, the email saying it had been shipped, it took like, I think 3 days, 2 or 3 days, something like that. But it's only going from Pensacola, I think that's where they're at, Pensacola, Florida, to where I live in West Virginia. So it didn't have that far to go for me. If you live abroad outside of the US, I don't know, okay? I'm just saying that. I don't know if they ship outside the US. But yeah, I love this guitar. I do love the purple color. I don't mind the relicking. I'm not the biggest fan of relicking. I believe in self-relicking a guitar, which is play the crap out of it until stuff starts to wear off, and there, it's relicked, right? I've done that with a few guitars, just played them a lot. But along with it wearing off, you also get dings and dents and scratches and all kinds of stuff, you know, because I don't baby these things. Who babies a guitar, right? I don't have any case queens. I play them, or most of them, as much as I'm able. Anyway, there we go. That's my review on this. I would highly recommend this guitar, even at $380, which, like I said, that's what it retails for, which is a little on the higher end for a lot of these budget guitars, but that's not too far off of what I paid for my Harley Benton. I've got a Harley Benton SC Custom FR, and that also has, I think, Alnico 5 pickups and a Floyd Rose tremolo, right? So, I mean, it's pretty similar, except this is Strat style, and that's Les Paul style guitar. But it was around the same price point, like three-ish, 350-ish, 60-ish, something like that. So it's pretty close. Anything you get like this is probably going to be around that same price point. And this is a good one. This is definitely an excellent guitar for the money, beyond a doubt. The one thing I might change someday is it would be nice to swap out the cheap Floyd Rose for one of the nicer ones, but those are expensive. I could damn near buy another guitar for what it costs to buy one of the good Floyd Roses. That said, I'll probably, now that I think about it, keep what's on there because it works, and it works just fine. And I don't have that kind of money, right? Do you? I don't. That's why I buy cheap guitars. Anyway, I hope you guys like this review. Yeah, if you did, hit subscribe. Check out Guitar Fetish. Like I said, it's in the link below. Check these out. See if you like them, man. If this is up your alley, get you one. If it ain't, get something else. Because here in a minute, there's an end screen, and I got a reviews playlist comes up. You could check out my reviews on a bunch of other guitars. If this ain't your cup of tea, maybe one of the others is, right? Also, there's a playlist comes up here in a minute that says, I Didn't Get a Memory by Joe Hopkins. That's my album, man. Check it out. It's got some good stuff on there. And there's links to streaming below, too. And I think that's about it. I think I got other stuff to do today other than talk to you guys, although this is my favorite part of the day. I love you guys. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.